I just wanted to do a candid video and share a dream I had and some of the things I've been dealing with and just be real with you guys for a moment. A couple nights ago I had the following dream. I dreamed that I was going fishing, although I had no fishing gear with me, and I was walking along this grassy field, and next to me was this creek. And as I approached a bend in the creek, I saw a gentleman standing there. I guess you could say he was in his either late teens to early 30s, somewhere around there, maybe early 20s. And he was dressed up in, I guess you would say, a hipster outfit. You all know what that pictures in your mind like, with the glasses and everything. And as I approached him, I kind of felt my pastor was next to me, and I heard his voice say, "Go baptize him." And as I approached him, I saw my uncle coming from the opposite side of the creek, but he wasn't there yet, so he drove off in his truck to try to find a way around to me. And as I approached this guy, I saw him standing there, and then I woke up. But then I went back to sleep, and I again saw the same gentleman standing there, and this time he was dressed in like a skinny suit, without a jacket, but the vest on, the skinny tie, and a slim fit, everything. And again, I felt I should baptize him, so I walked up to him, talked to him, and he told me how he felt lonely and rejected and outcast, and just like he didn't have any value or meaning. So I shared the gospel with him and told him about Jesus, and I baptized him. And as we came out of the water, we walked up to the bank again. He thanked me for baptizing him. I talked to him more. I handed him one of my business cards, and he just disappeared. And God later told me that dream dealt with my issue of every time I am around a person that I think is above me or better than me or more qualified than me, such as my uncle or my pastor or whoever it might be, I kind of shut down and I take the back seat because I somehow think they're more qualified or better than me or above me because they're older than me age-wise, or they've been a Christian longer, or they've been in leadership longer, or whatever you want to put there. But God was telling me in that dream that I need to stop doing that. That just because I'm young, only 39, and compared to their 60s, or just because I've only been a Christian for 20-some years, I think it's around 28 years, that doesn't make me any less qualified than them, and they're not more qualified or better than me because of their age. And as my pastor confirmed it later when I shared my dream, he said the same thing. The scripture says, "Call no one on earth your father, for you have one Father in heaven. And call no one on earth your teacher, for you have one teacher who is the Christ." And that we are all brothers and that we're equal. And God went on to tell me that, yes, in a way, the pastor is above me in the sense that he is my covering, my human covering. Christ is ultimately my covering. But for the position and title of pastor in my church, he is above me because I submit to the Christ within him to learn. But at the same time, my pastor's already made abundantly clear that God has used me to teach him things that he didn't know. And he warned me that any Christian teacher, or any leader in general for that matter, who is above being taught, who acts like they know everything, who talks down to you and says, "Are you trying to teach me?" because they view you as beneath them, is no true Christian leader or teacher, and you need to avoid them at all costs. The true Christians, the true Christian leaders, true leaders in general, always know there's something more to learn, and you can learn from the lowly street sweeper as much as you can learn from the President of the United States, and to always keep a humble attitude and be willing to learn from everyone. And God is telling me that I need to stop seeing myself as beneath them and taking the back seat just because they're around. That if he calls me to baptize someone, which is minister to someone and meet their need, I need to be consistent in doing that irregardless of who is around. Because it doesn't matter who's around or not. I may not play the hypocrite. I need to speak the word God gives me to speak and to step into that office of a prophet, that role of a prophet, that role of a minister, and walk in all that he gives me to do. And that's the same challenge for you, to walk it out. Whatever God has placed in your heart to do, go and do it wholeheartedly as unto the Lord, holding back, knowing it's unto Christ you do your work, and it's from him you receive your reward. And that's a major reason I haven't done the videos as often. Ran out of topics, doing them hard every day, and just not feeling as qualified. I'm going to change that. Every Wednesday, I'm going to make a video. Hold me to that. If God gives me something more to say in between that, I'm not saying I won't upload more than one that week. If God gives me something I need to say, I'll say it. Other than that, I'm going to do it every Wednesday faithfully. Keep me accountable, my audience, because I'm not above being kept accountable. And let's encourage one another. And hey, please give me ideas down below if you have any topic that you would like to hear, what God feels about it, what I feel about it, combination of the two, however you want to word it. Don't want to sound holier than thou. I'm not perfect. We're all learning, as you can still tell. I still struggle with learning how to be a good friend each and every day. I tend to overanalyze things and kill friendships that way because I analyze it to death, or I just don't keep after people as much as I should. That's another issue I'm working on. I'll share that in another video in the future. Just remember, no matter how well together a teacher or a leader has, and how successful we are in some areas, like with me encouraging people and edifying people, doesn't mean we have our acts all together. We all have our struggles. Like I shared with me, maintaining friendships and not overanalyzing things to death, and me not thinking that I'm not good enough to walk in friendship and leadership and other things. Hope this video has helped you to realize that you can overcome. If it's helped you in any way, shape, or form, please leave feedback below, as well as future video ideas. You all have a great day, and may God richly bless you all.